Boys and girls, today we're going to be measuring areas of a rectangle using fractional sides. Now, who remembers how do we find area? Correct. Area is equal to length times width. That's how we find area. That's the formula. Now, let's pretend that we have a rectangle here. Okay? Now, length times width is area. So, how can we measure the sides of our rectangle? Yes, good. We can use a ruler. We can use a ruler as a tool to help us to measure the sides of a rectangle so that we can find out the area. So we're going to pretend that we're going to be using a ruler today. So we're going to make believe that this side is 2 inches and this side is 2.5 inches. Now, I want you to estimate for me. Let's think about this. Let's look at these numbers that we have here. And I want you to estimate, what do you think the area will be? 4. Somebody said 4. Area is equal to 4. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at this. If we look over here, this side is 2 inches and this side is 2.5 inches. Well, how do we find area? Length times width. So let's multiply the length and the width that we have here. But since we have a fraction, let's just take a look at the whole numbers. So it would be 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Right? So it would be 4 square inches. But we're forgetting about this half here. So if we look at this side of the rectangle, it's between 2 and 3 inches long. So if it was 2 inches long, it would be 2 times 2 equals 4 square inches. But if this side was 3 inches long, it would be 6. So, because this side is between 2 and 3 inches long, we can say that our area is going to be between 4 and 6 square inches. Somewhere between 4 and 6. So now let's decompose. Let's see what the actual area is. This is our estimate. Let's see what the actual area is. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to look at our whole numbers. We have a 2 here and a 2 here. So we're going to just draw a little picture here to represent that ½ inch. So this is going to represent a ½ inch. And now what we're going to do is this leaves us with 2 here and 2 here. So we're going to find the area of this rectangle. This half goes here. So 2 times 2. What did we say 2 times 2 was? 4 square inches, right? So this section here is going to be 4 square inches. But we're not done because we still need to figure out what's the area of this piece. So now let's look at it. If this line is 2 inches in length, 2 inches wide, we know that because the sides of the rectangle are going to be equal. So this is going to be 2. So we're going to pretend we're going to split this in 2 parts. And each part is what? 1/2 inch. So it's 1/2 inch here on this side, 1/2 inch there on that side. So we have our first area was, what was it? Good. 2 times 2 inches is equal to 4 square inches. That's this section. And then here we have 1/2 2 times, right? So 1/2 plus 1/2 is equal to 1 whole. 1 whole square inch. So let's add this up. We're going to add up this square, this area, and this area. It's going to be 4 plus 1 is equal to 5 square inches. So our area in total is going to be what? Good. 5 square inches. Now, this is our actual answer. Now let's look back at our estimate. Well, is it correct? Yeah, it is, because we said that our area would be somewhere between 4 and 6 square inches, and we have 5. So that's correct. Good. Now let's try again. Now we're going to keep our area here, so we know how to find our area.